Hey, welcome back to Building Tips, and today we're going to be taking a look at the jungle. So we've got a good few things lined up, like this bush, which is quite simple. We've got a shrine, a nice way of building rich mahogany trees, and I really like this one. We've got a way to make a little pond, which is really nice, and one of the simplest ones on this list, a little flower bush. If you do end up enjoying this video, consider subscribing if you're not already, and also comment down below what you want me to do next. I make sure to read every single comment. Right, let's get into it. So, for the first thing, we are going to be building this bush. I'm going to need two materials, living jungle leaf and hollow shard wool. So we're just going to be placing this in a kind of random pattern that somewhat resembles a bush. Then we're going to get our hammer and we're going to kind of just hammer around and see how we like it. Then what we're going to use is our hollow shard wool painted deep lime, and we're going to make sure our paint spray is on, and we're going to place this in the background to make a nice bush. There you go, and that's it. Maybe hammer a few more blocks just to work with it, and that's all you need to do. Now then, for the shrine. This one is a bit complicated, mainly because it's just one of the larger builds on this list. You don't really need that many materials, it's just how you use them. So, we're going to start by building a small mound or hill using mud. We're going to put this up 2 layers and we're going to start hammering it into a more smooth shape. I'm going to I think I will. I'm going to fill in with grass as well. So, I'm going to use my seeds, and as you can see here, we've got the seeds on it, so we're going to have to do that. But first, we're going to hammer these sides so that the water doesn't flow everywhere, because that would be quite annoying if it did. Then we're going to go over everything with our seeds, and there you go. That's pretty much the first step done. So, now what we're going to need is our grey paint, make sure our paint spray is on, and we're going to go up with our walls. So I've just finished up doing the walls, and as you saw, I've made it very curved. Then I'm going to go over with mud, stone and mudstone to create a top to this, I'd say, cliff kind of thing. I'm going to also hammer some of these bits just to add a bit more effect. This side bit here kind of sticks out a bit, so I might get rid of some of that. There we go. Then you're going to want to make sure that you leave a few sides so that you can let your water out. I completely forgot to do this, so let me quickly do that. So I want to put it here, so I'll probably hammer that bit, and I've made it a bit too wide on this side, so let me just, like that. There we go. I'm also going to add a few more blocks because I've made it a little bit too wide, but that's okay. So there you go. Now we're going to make this a little bit wider at the top, add a few more, curves to it, and there you go. Now we're going to mix in a little bit of stone and a little bit of mudstone just to create a nice top. Now that I've finished with the top bit, let's add our water. So, it kind of flows down, but you might have the issue like I have, where it will look kind of funky. All you need to do is mess around with the hammering until you've got it. You can also hammer the blocks below it to create this small waterfall, which I think I showed you in Build Tips 5. Then place down your statue, and there's the shrine. So now it's time for the mahogany tree. This one is also quite complicated, but quite simple at its base. We're going to go up here, and you actually don't really need that many materials for this. The only paint you need is deep lime paint. So, what we're going to do is we're going to get our rich mahogany wand, and we're just going to start making a basic kind of tree shape. So, we're going to start with the stump, and then slowly build it up into the nice shape we want. So I've got the general shape that I want, and actually now we have our general shape. Actually, no, wait, no, let's put one down here as well, just to add a bit more realism. There we go. Now we've finished. Now we can start adding our leaves. So I'm going to be using rich mahogany living leaf. I really like this, mainly because the texture is nice, and like what we did with the rich mahogany wood, we just want to make a nice pattern that we think looks like a tree. So now we've got our general leaf shape, we are also going to add in some of our hollow shard wool. once we've got this, we can start working on the top. What you can also do, instead of just filling it in, is you can put in a little bit of stuff. And when I mean stuff, I mean like strange plants and also blueberry bushes. So I'm just going to get 2 strange plants and also berry bushes, and then I'm going to place them around to create a nice pattern. I'm going to place one just here, and also maybe up here, just here. There you go. Then I'm going to put some strange plants here and there, just to add a little bit more life and texture. And once I've done that, I'll show you the next step. So, I've finished up all of that texture, and now we're going to add in some green painted vine rope. I'm going to place some here, a little bit there, and a little bit on the side here, just to add some drooping vines. And boom, there you go. That's literally it. I know I say it like it's easy and stuff. It was quite difficult, and you may struggle on this. But there you go. That's what you need to do. Now it's time for the small pond, and with this design that I have here, the issue is these bamboo here, I put these in using T-Edit, but we can do something that looks very similar to this without T-Edit. If you do want to use T-Edit, go ahead. So how we're going to do this is we're going to do it very similarly to how we did the shrine. We're going to build up a small little hill, maybe 2 layers, maybe even 3 this time. I think 2 should be fine. Yeah, then what we're going to do is we're going to kind of break away a little way to put in our small body of water. You see, it kind of has this double mountain valley effect. We're going to try and replicate that, and if we can't, then, well, we'll have to do it anyway. So, once we've gotten all of this, I'm going to add an extra one in there just to maybe make it a little bit more smooth, and I accidentally hammered that earlier. There we go. Now we're going to put in all of our water when we're done, but first, make sure to put the seeds in. If you don't want to put your seeds in, that's fine. Personally, I think the seeds just make it look a lot better, and, well, makes it look like grass. Then we're going to put our water in now. Don't fill it too high, just perfect to the amount you need. Then we're going to get our stone walls, which I forgot to get. Let me get them out now. Grey paint, and now we have our stone walls. That's what you need. You just need to paint it grey. That's the only paint you need as well for all of this. And now this is also quite similar to how we did the shrine. You want to make an overhang, and that's not even that hard. And now I have finished the overhang, so now I'm going to put up all of our stone and mix it in with a little bit of mud, and then maybe put some mudstone in, but I don't think I will because that might be a little bit too much detail. So once we've got this shape, I'm going to start hammering and breaking away to make the waterfall. I made this a little bit too wide, so let's quickly touch that up with a little bit more grey paint and a little bit more of the craggy, and I think it's cracked and craggy. I think that's it, yeah. So, there you go. That looks a little bit nicer. So we're going to break this, break that. Nope, I didn't mean to hammer that. So let's just, oh, my paint is on. Well, I'm messing up here. There we go. Let's get rid of that. Let's place it back. There we go. Then I need to hammer this. Once we've put the grass on, that is. Then we need to put some water in here, hammer this, and there you go. You've got your little waterfall. We're also going to shape this a little bit. That looks a little too pointy, I think, so let's just leave that as a full block. Then we'll hammer the top bit here. And that's pretty much all you have to do, really. There you go. You can also add in a little bit of bamboo fence, just to add the bamboo that we did add in earlier using T-Edit. And then once you've done that, you're pretty much done. Nice. Now for the final and the simplest one on the list, the flower bush. This is really effective in your builds, and it only requires 3 materials, and actually no, 2 materials and 3 for the optional part. You want a hollow shard wall, and you want to make it shape how you want it. Then we're going to be using deep pink painted coral blocks, and we're going to place 2 here, maybe 1 up there actually. Let's get rid of this one here, hammer that one once, hammer this one like 4 times. There you go, and that's literally it done. You can also add a little bit of living leaf or jungle living leaf, just to add a little bit more texture, but personally I'm not really a big fan of that. I think the hollow shard wall does it enough, but if you want to add that, you can. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you did enjoy, and I'm sorry that this one's a little bit longer than usual. I think I'll put timestamps in the description if you want to skip ahead or skip back, And yeah, that's literally it. We've done 5 builds today instead of the usual 4, and I really hope you do like them, and I hope you find them useful. Anyways, hopefully see you in the next video. Have a great day.